final photographs of legendary actors hold a rare and haunting power, capturing icons in their last moments of public life before the curtain quietly fell. These images, often taken without the weight of performance or the glamour of Hollywood, reveal a truth that fame cannot disguise. Mortality touches even those who once seemed larger than life. Whether they show quiet dignity, fading strength, or surprising vitality, these last photos offer a poignant farewell to the stars who shaped generations. They remind us not only of the careers that defined eras, but of the human stories behind the legends. Sir Sean Connery. Sir Sean Connery, the legendary Scottish actor, best known as the original James Bond, passed away peacefully in his sleep on October 31, 2020, at the age of 90. He died at his home in Nassau, Bahamas, surrounded by family. In his later years, Connery had been battling dementia, which had gradually limited his public appearances. His wife, Michelle Roquebrune, shared that he had been unwell for some time but passed away in peace. Connery's death marked the loss of a true screen icon, a man whose charisma, strength, and sophistication forever redefined what it meant to be Bond. Cameron Boyce. Cameron Boyce, the talented young actor best known for his roles in Disney's Descendants and Jessie, passed away unexpectedly on July 6, 2019, at the age of 20. He died in his sleep at his home in Los Angeles after suffering a seizure caused by epilepsy, condition he had been quietly managing. Boyce's sudden death left his family, friends, and fans heartbroken. In his final days, he was full of creativity and optimism, working on several projects and humanitarian efforts. His passing was a devastating reminder of life's fragility, yet his kindness and light continue to inspire millions. Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy, the beloved voice of Batman for over 3 decades in Batman the Animated Series and countless other projects, passed away on November 10, 2022, at the age of 66. He died after a private battle with cancer, which he faced with quiet strength and grace. In his final days, Conroy was surrounded by close friends and colleagues who cherished his warmth, wit, and generosity. Fans around the world mourned his loss as his deep, resonant voice had defined the Dark Knight for generations. His passing marked the end of an era, but his legacy as Batman remains eternal. Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen, the King of Cool, passed away on November 7, 1980 at the age of 50. In his final months, he battled pleural mesothelioma, a rare and aggressive form of lung cancer linked to asbestos exposure. Seeking alternative treatments, McQueen traveled to Mexico, where he underwent surgery to remove tumors from his neck and abdomen. Despite his declining health, he remained hopeful and determined. Sadly, he passed away in his sleep just hours after the procedure in Ciudad Juarez. His death shocked Hollywood, marking the loss of one of cinema's most charismatic and rebellious icons of the 20th century. John Candy. John Candy, the beloved Canadian comedian and actor, passed away on March 4, 1994 at the age of 43. While filming the Western comedy Wagons East in Durango, Mexico, Candy was found dead in his hotel room after suffering a heart attack in his sleep. His health had been affected by years of stress, weight struggles, and an exhausting work schedule. In his final days, he reportedly spoke about wanting to slow down and spend more time with his family. His sudden passing left a deep void in the entertainment world as fans mourned the loss of his warmth and humor. Candy Darling. Candy Darling, the radiant transgender actress and Andy Warhol superstar, passed away on March 21, 1974 at the age of 29. She died at the Columbia University Medical Center in New York City after battling lymphoma. In her final days, Candy remained graceful and glamorous, often requesting fresh flowers and lipstick even as her strength waned. Surrounded by close friends, she wrote a poignant farewell letter expressing no regrets and gratitude for the love she received. Her final moments reflected her lifelong dedication to beauty, art, and authenticity, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations of dreamers. Anton Yelchin. Anton Yelchin, the talented actor best known for his role as Chekhov in the Star Trek films, tragically passed away on June 19, 2016, at the age of 27. His death occurred in a freak accident at his home in Los Angeles when his car rolled backward and pinned him against a brick pillar and security gate. Friends discovered him after he failed to show up for a rehearsal. Known for his sensitivity and intelligence on screen, Yelchin's sudden passing shocked Hollywood. His final moments were quiet and solitary, marking a heartbreaking end to a life and career of immense promise. Mark Salling. Mark Salling, best known for his role as Noah Puckerman on Glee, passed away on January 30, 2018 at the age of 35. His body was discovered near a riverbed in Los Angeles. The cause of death was ruled a suicide by hanging. In the months leading up to his death, Salling had been facing serious legal and emotional turmoil following criminal charges. Friends and colleagues described him as deeply troubled, but also remembered his musical talents and charm. His final moments reflected a profound sense of isolation, bringing a tragic close to a once promising career in entertainment. James Coburn. James Coburn, the Oscar-winning actor, known for his rugged charm and roles in films like The Magnificent Seven and Affliction, passed away on November 18, 2002 at the age of 74. He died suddenly from a heart attack while listening to music with his wife, Paula, at their Beverly Hills home. Coburn had made a remarkable recovery and enjoyed a late career resurgence. His final moments were peaceful, surrounded by comfort and love. Friends and fans remember him as a man of great presence, wit, and enduring strength both on and off screen. Garry Shandling. Garry Shandling, the brilliant comedian and creator of The Larry Sanders Show, passed away suddenly on March 24, 2016, at the age of 66. His final moments came unexpectedly at his Los Angeles home after he suffered a massive heart attack. Just days earlier, he had appeared in good spirits, sharing laughter with close friends and discussing new creative projects. Shandling's death shocked the comedy world, as he'd been a mentor and inspiration to countless comedians. Tributes poured in from across the entertainment industry, honoring his wit, warmth, and the groundbreaking legacy he left behind in television comedy. Bob Saget. Bob Saget, beloved comedian and star of Full House, passed away unexpectedly on January 9, 2022 at the age of 65. He was found unresponsive in his hotel room at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando, Florida, following a stand-up performance the night before. His final moments appeared peaceful, with no signs of distress. Authorities later determined that he had suffered an accidental head injury, likely from a fall, and had gone to sleep unaware of the severity. Saget's passing left fans and friends heartbroken, remembering him for his kindness, humor, and the warmth he brought to audiences worldwide. Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant, the legendary wrestler and actor known for his immense size and gentle spirit, passed away on January 27, 1993 at the age of 46. He died in his sleep from congestive heart failure while in Paris, France, attending his father's funeral. In his final moments, Andre was surrounded by family and friends, finding solace in returning to his homeland. Despite years of pain caused by acromegaly, he maintained a sense of humor and dignity until the end. His passing marked the loss of one of wrestling's most beloved figures and Hollywood's true gentle giants. Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn, the timeless actress and humanitarian, passed away peacefully on January 20, 1993, at the age of 63. She spent her final days at her home in Tolochenaz, Switzerland, surrounded by family and close friends after battling a rare form of abdominal cancer. Despite her illness, Audrey remained graceful and serene, often comforting those around her rather than focusing on her pain. She found solace in the quiet countryside, where she had devoted much of her later life to her UNICEF work. Her final moments reflected the same elegance, compassion, and dignity that defined her remarkable life. John Amos. Actor John Amos, famed for his roles in Good Times and Roots, passed away on August 21, 2024, of natural causes in Los Angeles. In his final days, Amos remained quietly proud of his trailblazing legacy, surrounded by memories of a career that challenged stereotypes and uplifted representation. Though his death wasn't publicly announced until weeks later, his contributions to television and film resonated deeply with fans and colleagues alike. Amos's passing marked the closing chapter of a life committed to authenticity, dignity, and making history. Roberto Chespirito Gomez Bolanos. Roberto Gomez Bolanos, affectionately known as Chespirito, spent his final days at his home in Cancun, Mexico, surrounded by his wife, Florinda Meza, and close family. His health had declined for several months due to respiratory complications, and he passed away peacefully on November 28, 2014. Fans across Latin America mourned deeply, remembering him as the brilliant mind behind El Chavo del Ocho in El Chapulín, Colorado. In his last moments, Bolaños was said to be calm and reflective, expressing gratitude for a life that brought laughter, kindness, and unity to millions through his timeless characters. Lawrence Irving. Lawrence Irving, the distinguished English dramatist, actor, and son of the legendary Sir Henry Irving, met a tragic end on May 29, 1914. He and his wife, actress Mabel Hackney, were returning from a tour in Australia aboard the RMS Empress of Ireland when the ship collided with another vessel in the St. Lawrence River. Despite efforts to survive, both perished in the icy waters. Lawrence was last seen helping his wife towards safety before they were lost together. His passing on May 29, 1914, at the age of 44, marked the heartbreaking end of a promising and respected theatrical career. David Lynch. David Lynch, the visionary filmmaker behind Twin Peaks and Mulholland Drive, passed away on January 15, 2025, at the age of 78. In his final months, Lynch had largely withdrawn from public life, spending quiet days at his Los Angeles home, surrounded by close family and a few lifelong collaborators. Despite declining health, he maintained his creative spirit, sketching ideas and reflecting on the surreal beauty that defined his career. His final days were marked by peace and gratitude as he expressed deep love for his family and fans who had embraced his unconventional art for decades. Buffalo Bill Cody. Buffalo Bill Cody, the legendary showman, soldier, and frontiersman, passed away on January 10, 1917, at the age of 70. In his final days, Cody was in Denver, Colorado, suffering from kidney failure brought on by years of declining health. Surrounded by family and close friends, he remained cheerful and reflective, often sharing stories of the Wild West that had made him famous. Even in frailty, his charisma never dimmed. He spoke of his love for the open plains and the American frontier. Buffalo Bill's death marked the end of an era, symbolizing the closing chapter of the Old West. Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder, beloved for his roles in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and Young Frankenstein, passed away on August 29, 2016, at the age of 83. He died peacefully at his home in Stamford, Connecticut, from complications related to Alzheimer's disease. His family revealed that Wilder had chosen to keep his illness private so that fans would remember him with laughter, not sorrow. In his final moments, music filled the room, particularly Somewhere Over the Rainbow, a song he loved deeply. Surrounded by loved ones, Wilder left the world quietly, his gentle humor and warmth still radiating. Heather O'Rourke. Heather O'Rourke, the child actress best remembered for her haunting role as Carol Ann in Poltergeist, tragically passed away on February 1, 1988, at just 12 years old. In the months before her death, she had been misdiagnosed with Crohn's disease when she was actually suffering from an undetected intestinal obstruction caused by congenital stenosis. On that fateful day, Heather fell violently ill and was rushed to the hospital where she went into cardiac arrest during emergency surgery. Despite the doctor's best efforts, she could not be revived. Her passing shocked Hollywood and her fans, ending a bright, promising life too soon. Bobby Driscoll. Bobby Driscoll, the Disney child star known for Peter Pan and Treasure Island, met a tragic and lonely end on March 30, 1968, at the age of 31. After his early fame faded, he struggled with drug addiction and financial hardship, eventually becoming estranged from Hollywood. In his final days, Driscoll was living in a rundown New York tenement, his once bright career a distant memory. He was found deceased from heart failure caused by advanced atherosclerosis. With no identification on him, he was buried in an unmarked pauper's grave. Years later, his identity was confirmed through fingerprint records, closing a haunting Hollywood tale. Peg Entwistle. Peg Entwistle, a talented British-born actress, best remembered for her tragic connection to the Hollywood sign, died on September 16, 1932 at the age of 24. Facing career setbacks and deep personal despair, she climbed to the top of the H on the Hollywood sign and leapt to her death. Her body was discovered 2 days later by a hiker, alongside her purse and a suicide note expressing hopelessness. Peg's death became one of Hollywood's most haunting tales, a heartbreaking symbol of dreams lost, and the immense pressures of fame in the early days of the film industry. Glynis Johns. Glynis Johns, the beloved British actress, known for her enchanting performances in Mary Poppins and The Court Jester, passed away peacefully on January 4, 2024, at the age of 100. In her final days, she was residing in Los Angeles, surrounded by comfort and care. Despite her frailty, those close to her said she retained her wit and grace, qualities that had defined her throughout her remarkable life. Reflecting on her legacy in her final interviews, she expressed gratitude for a century filled with art, laughter, and love. Her passing marked the end of a truly golden era of cinema. Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow, Hollywood's original blonde bombshell, passed away on June 7, 1937 at the young age of 26. During the filming of Saratoga, she fell gravely ill, initially believed to be suffering from the flu. Her condition quickly worsened, revealing acute kidney failure, then called uremic poisoning. Hospitalized at Good Samaritan Hospital in Los Angeles, she was attended by her mother and co-star Clark Gable, who remained by her side. Despite efforts to save her, Jean slipped into a coma and never regained consciousness. Her untimely death shocked Hollywood, ending a dazzling career and leaving behind an enduring legacy of glamour. Carole Lombard. Carole Lombard, one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, tragically died on January 16, 1942 at the age of 33. Returning home from a successful war bond rally in Indiana, she boarded TWA Flight 3 bound for Los Angeles. The plane crashed into Potosi Mountain in Nevada, killing all 22 passengers on board. Lombard, at the height of her career and newly married to Clark Gable, had insisted on flying despite safety concerns. Her death devastated Gable and the nation as she was celebrated not only for her comedic brilliance but also for her patriotism and vivacious spirit during wartime America. Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds, the legendary star of Singin' in the Rain, passed away on December 28, 2016 at the age of 84, just one day after the death of her daughter, Carrie Fisher. Grieving deeply, Reynolds reportedly said, "I want to be with Carrie," shortly before suffering a severe stroke at her son Todd Fisher's home in Beverly Hills. She was rushed to the hospital but could not be revived. Her final moments were filled with love and heartbreak, a mother's wish to reunite with her daughter. Hollywood mourned the loss of one of its brightest and most enduring stars. Lauren Bacall. Lauren Bacall, the sultry-voiced Hollywood icon, known for her magnetic presence in classics like To Have and to Have Not and The Big Sleep, passed away on August 12, 2014 at the age of 89. She died peacefully at her home in New York City after suffering a massive stroke. In her final days, Bacall was surrounded by close family and fond memories of her extraordinary life and career. Despite her frailty, she remained sharp, witty, and reflective, often speaking about her love for Humphrey Bogart and her gratitude for a life well-lived. Her passing marked the end of Hollywood's golden sophistication. Betty White. Betty White, the beloved actress and television pioneer whose career spanned over 8 decades, passed away peacefully on December 31, 2021 at the age of 99, just weeks before her 100th birthday. She died in her sleep at her home in Brentwood, Los Angeles. In her final days, Betty remained in good spirits, often expressing gratitude for her long, joy-filled life and her devoted fans. Close friends said she was excited about her upcoming milestone celebration. Her death was met with an outpouring of love worldwide, testament to her warmth, humor, and timeless place in entertainment history. Bette Davis. Bette Davis, one of Hollywood's fiercest and most acclaimed actresses, passed away on October 6, 1989, at the age of 81. She died in Neuilly-sur-Seine, France, after a long and courageous battle with breast cancer. In her final days, Davis remained sharp and resilient, embodying the same strength that defined her legendary career. Surrounded by her family and close friends, she reflected on a life filled with triumphs, challenges, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Even as her health declined, her indomitable spirit never faded. Her final words echoed her legacy: fierce, honest, and utterly unforgettable. Anthony Perkins. Anthony Perkins, best known for his chilling portrayal of Norman Bates in Psycho, passed away on September 12, 1992 at the age of 60. He died at his home in Hollywood Hills from complications related to AIDS, a diagnosis he had kept private for years. In his final days, Perkins was cared for by his wife, photographer Barry Berenson, and their 2 sons. Despite his declining health, he remained optimistic and reflective, expressing no regret about his life or career. In a written statement before his passing, he shared that he was grateful for love, creativity, and the beauty of living. Marlene Dietrich. Marlene Dietrich, the legendary actress and singer who embodied elegance and mystery, passed away on May 6, 1992 at the age of 90. In her final years, she lived a quiet, reclusive life in her Paris apartment, rarely seen in public but maintaining correspondence with close friends and admirers. Frail yet dignified, she spent her days surrounded by memories of her illustrious career, filled with music, film, and glamour. Dietrich passed peacefully in her sleep, her legacy secure as one of cinema's most alluring icons. The world mourned the loss of a timeless star whose allure transcended generations. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford, the formidable star of Mildred Pierce and one of Hollywood's most enduring legends, passed away on May 10, 1977 at the age of 69. In her later years, Crawford had withdrawn from public life, living quietly in her New York apartment with her beloved dogs. On the morning of her death, she gave her pet a final drink of water before collapsing from a heart attack. Her passing was discovered by her housekeeper. Though her final days were solitary, her legacy remained vast, testament to her ambition, discipline, and the indelible mark she left on Hollywood's golden age. John Wayne. John Wayne, the towering icon of the American West, passed away on June 11, 1979, at the age of 72. After a long and valiant battle with stomach cancer, he spent his final days surrounded by family at UCLA Medical Center in Los Angeles. Despite his frailty, Wayne remained brave and good-humored, embodying the same grit that defined his film roles. His last words reportedly expressed love for his family and gratitude for a life well-lived. When the Duke finally rode into the sunset, the world mourned not just an actor, but a symbol of rugged strength and timeless American heroism. Ava Gardner. Ava Gardner, one of Hollywood's most captivating stars, passed away on January 25, 1990, at the age of 67. Living quietly in her London apartment, she'd been battling chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, and pneumonia, the result of years of smoking and a turbulent lifestyle. In her final days, she was cared for by close friends and her longtime housekeeper, Carmen Vargas. Though physically weakened, Ava's spirit remained fiery, and she often reminisced about her life, love, and films with humor and honesty. She passed peacefully in her sleep, leaving behind a legacy of beauty, independence, and cinematic allure. Helen McCrory. Helen McCrory, the acclaimed British actress known for her roles in Peaky Blinders and Harry Potter, passed away on April 16, 2021 at the age of 52. She'd been privately battling cancer, choosing to face the illness with grace and dignity away from public attention. Surrounded by her husband, actor Damian Lewis, and their 2 children, Helen spent her final moments at home in London. Lewis later shared that she remained courageous and humorous until the end, comforting others even as her health declined. Her passing left a profound void in the acting world and among those who loved her. Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson, the legendary host of The Tonight Show, passed away on January 23, 2005, at the age of 79. In his final years, Carson lived a quiet life in Malibu, California, far removed from the public spotlight he once dominated. A lifelong smoker, he had battled emphysema, which ultimately led to his death. Surrounded by close family and longtime friends, he spent his last moments peacefully at home. Despite his reclusive later years, Carson remained admired by millions for his wit, charm, and effortless ability to connect with audiences. His legacy as television's greatest late-night host endures timelessly. Jonathan Brandis. Jonathan Brandis, a talented actor best known for his roles in Sequest DSV and The Neverending Story 2, passed away on November 12, 2003, at the age of 27. In his final moments, Brandis was struggling quietly with the pressures of a fading career and personal insecurities. On that tragic evening in his Los Angeles apartment, he was found unresponsive after an apparent suicide attempt. Despite efforts to save him at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, he succumbed to his injuries. His death shocked fans and friends alike who remembered him as a bright, sensitive young star with immense promise and heart. Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed, the charismatic British actor, known for his powerful screen presence in films like Oliver and Gladiator, passed away on May 2, 1999 at the age of 61. Reed died suddenly from a heart attack while taking a break from filming Gladiator in Valletta, Malta. Earlier that evening, he had been enjoying drinks with friends at a local pub, sharing laughter and stories as he often did. His unexpected passing stunned colleagues and fans alike. In a fitting tribute, director Ridley Scott used digital effects to complete Reed's remaining scenes, ensuring his final performance was powerfully preserved in cinema history. Leslie Jordan. Leslie Jordan, the beloved actor and comedian, known for his roles in Will and Grace, An American Horror Story, passed away on October 24, 2022 at the age of 67. On that morning, while driving in Los Angeles, Jordan suffered a medical emergency believed to be a cardiac issue, causing his car to crash into a building. He was pronounced dead at the scene. In the weeks leading up to his passing, Jordan had been joyfully sharing his humor and music online, connecting with fans worldwide. His death left a deep void in Hollywood, but his warmth and laughter continue to inspire many. Tom Sizemore. Tom Sizemore, the talented yet troubled actor, known for his roles in Saving Private Ryan, Heat, and Black Hawk Down, passed away on March 3, 2023 at the age of 61. In mid-February 2023, Sizemore suffered a brain aneurysm at his Los Angeles home and was hospitalized in critical condition. Despite doctors' efforts, he never regained consciousness and remained in a coma until his passing. Surrounded by his family, he was taken off life support after they made the difficult decision to let him go. His death marked the end of a turbulent yet impactful career in Hollywood cinema. Richard Mole. Richard Mole, best known for his towering presence and endearing performance as Bull Shannon on the sitcom Night Court, passed away peacefully on October 26, 2023, at the age of 80. He died at his home in Big Bear Lake, California. In his final days, Mole was said to be in serene surroundings, enjoying the quiet life he had embraced after years in Hollywood. Friends and family remembered him as gentle and kind-hearted, a stark contrast to some of the intimidating roles he played. His passing marked the loss of one of television's most beloved comedic giants. Chris Farley. Chris Farley, the beloved comedian, known for his wild energy and larger-than-life humor on Saturday Night Live and in films like Tommy Boy, passed away on December 18, 1997 at the age of 33. In his final moments, Farley was at his Chicago apartment struggling with the same addictions that had long haunted him. Despite attempts at recovery, the pressures of fame and personal battles proved overwhelming. His death was ruled an accidental overdose. Those who knew him remembered a deeply kind and generous soul whose laughter lit up every room, leaving behind a legacy of both joy and tragedy. Chris Penn. Chris Penn, the talented actor known for his roles in Reservoir Dogs and Footloose, passed away on January 24, 2006 at the age of 40. He was found in his condominium in Santa Monica, California, where he had died unexpectedly. Cause was later determined to be heart disease, complicated by an enlarged heart and the effects of prescription medications. In his final days, Penn had been working steadily and was remembered by friends and colleagues as a warm, gentle man with immense acting depth. His sudden passing shocked Hollywood, leaving behind a legacy of understated yet powerful performances. Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee, the promising son of martial arts legend Bruce Lee, tragically passed away on March 31, 1993 at the age of 28. He died in Wilmington, North Carolina while filming The Crow after a prop gun accidentally discharged a real bullet fragment, causing a fatal injury. Despite immediate medical attention and emergency surgery, he could not be revived. Brandon's final moments were spent doing what he loved, acting and bringing intensity to his craft. His death shocked the world and sparked lasting changes in film set safety standards. He was laid to rest beside his father in Seattle, Washington. Shari Lewis. Shari Lewis, the beloved puppeteer, ventriloquist, and creator of the iconic Lamb Chop, passed away on August 2, 1998 at the age of 65. She died in Los Angeles after battling uterine cancer and pneumonia. In her final moments, she was surrounded by her husband, Jeremy Tarcher, and daughter, Mallory, who had been her constant support. Even as her health declined, Lewis continued working on new projects. Her passion for entertaining children never fading. Her passing marked the end of an era in wholesome television, but her legacy lives on through Lamb Chop and the countless smiles she inspired. Henry Fonda. Henry Fonda, one of Hollywood's most revered actors, passed away on August 2, 1982 at the age of 77. He died at his Los Angeles home from heart disease after years of declining health. In his final days, he was surrounded by his family, including his children, Jane and Peter Fonda, who cherished those quiet, tender moments. Despite his frail condition, Fonda remained dignified, reflective, and grateful for a life dedicated to his craft. His final film, On Golden Pond, earned him an Academy Award, bidding tribute to his remarkable career and enduring influence on American cinema. Tyrone Power. Tyrone Power, one of Hollywood's most charismatic leading men, passed away suddenly on November 15, 1958, at the age of 44. While filming a dueling scene for Solomon and Sheba in Madrid, Spain, he suffered a massive heart attack. Despite being rushed to the hospital, efforts to revive him were unsuccessful. His unexpected death shocked the film industry and fans worldwide. Power had been in peak form professionally, with a full slate of projects ahead. His final moments reflected his dedication to his craft, working passionately on set until his last breath, leaving behind a legacy of timeless performances. Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth, the glamorous screen legend of Hollywood's golden age, passed away on May 14, 1987 at the age of 68. In her later years, she suffered from Alzheimer's disease, which had been misdiagnosed for years before being publicly revealed in the 1980s, bringing widespread awareness to the illness. Surrounded by her daughter Yasmin Aga Khan and loved ones in her Manhattan apartment, Hayworth's final days were peaceful. Once celebrated as the love goddess, her final moments reflected quiet dignity. Her passing marked the end of an era, but her beauty, talent, and grace continue to inspire generations. Margot Kidder. Margot Kidder, best known for her unforgettable portrayal of Lois Lane in Superman, passed away on May 13, 2018, at the age of 69. In her later years, she struggled with bipolar disorder, but remained an outspoken advocate for mental health awareness. Kidder was found unresponsive in her home in Livingston, Montana. The cause of death was later ruled a suicide by overdose. In her final days, she was reportedly focused on activism and connecting with fans. Her passing was a heartbreaking loss for Hollywood, but her spirit, charm, and strength continued to inspire admirers around the world. David H.K. Bell. David H. Bell, the acclaimed theater director, choreographer, and educator, passed away on October 25, 2024, at the age of 76. Known for his work on Broadway and regional stages, Bell was celebrated for his creativity, humor, and deep commitment to mentoring young artists. In his final days, he was surrounded by loved ones and colleagues who admired his lifelong dedication to the performing arts. Bell's passing followed a brief illness, and tributes poured in from students and peers alike. His legacy lives on through the countless performances and artists he inspired throughout his remarkable career. Glenn Quinn. Glenn Quinn, the Irish-born actor, best known for his roles as Mark Healy on Roseanne and Doyle on Angel, passed away on December 3, 2002 at the age of 32. His final moments took place in North Hollywood, where he was found at a friend's home. Sadly, Quinn's life was cut short due to a heroin overdose, a struggle he had faced privately for years. Friends and co-stars remembered him for his charm, warmth, and humor. Despite a short life, Glenn Quinn left a lasting mark on television, endearing himself to audiences with his wit and heartfelt performances. Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper, the maverick actor and filmmaker known for Easy Rider and Blue Velvet, passed away on May 29, 2010 at the age of 74. His final moments were spent at his Venice, California home, surrounded by close family and friends. Hopper had been battling prostate cancer, which had spread aggressively in his final year. Despite his frail health, he maintained a fierce spirit, continuing to attend art exhibits and public events. Those close to him recalled his final days as peaceful yet defiant. True to his nature as a rebel artist who lived life on his own unapologetic terms. Tony Curtis. Tony Curtis, the legendary Hollywood actor, celebrated for classics like Some Like It Hot and Spartacus, passed away on September 29, 2010 at the age of 85. His final moments were spent peacefully at his home in Henderson, Nevada, with his wife Jill by his side. Curtis had suffered a cardiac arrest following years of declining health due to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. In his last days, he reflected fondly on his long, colorful career and his love for painting, which became his solace in later years. Friends described his passing as gentle, marked by grace and gratitude. Will Lee. Will Lee, best known for his beloved role as Mr. Hooper on Sesame Street, passed away on December 7, 1982 at the age of 74. In his final moments, Lee was surrounded by close friends and family in New York City, where he had lived for many years. He'd been battling lymphoma but continued to work on Sesame Street for as long as his health allowed. His passing deeply affected the show's cast and crew, who decided to address his death openly on the program, creating one of television's most heartfelt tributes to both the actor and his character. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more similar content. Thank you.